This week we have the most ambiguous ending in horror movie history.
That's right, boys. We watched The Thing. So buckle up, kids. I'm Sick.
And I'm Twisted.
And this is Sick and Twisted Horrorcast. Howdy, folks, and welcome to this weekly podcast.
What's going on?
This week we've got some fun stuff in this one. I'd say it's. Didn't you say it's one of your favorites?
It's hands down one of my favorite horror movies.
It's my favorite horror. Director. So.
It's a phenomenal movie, and I've always loved this thing ever since I was a kid.
Oh, yeah.
I love practical effects.
Oh yeah, me too.
So I was super stoked for this movie.
Right. I've always found a love for things that have practical effects. Like back, for me, starting off with Mad Max, with that, and then growing up with Savini's work and stuff like that. Love practical effects.
Oh, yeah, that's why he became a murderer.
Right.
The sweet practical effects.
Yeah.
But before we get to that, we've got a horror movie announcement, which I'm on the fence about.
I don't know Jack Dog Dick about this.
Jack Dog Dick?
Yep.
You gonna stick with that?
Why not?
Okay. So there's been an announcement that Resident Evil is going to have a reboot.
Mm-hmm.
This is not going to be the same cast. This is not going to be the same series. There's going to be no Alice in this. Thank fuck. Not that I don't love Mila Jovovich.
I love Mila Jovovich, but never seen any of these movies.
Alice ruined the fucking Resident Evil franchise.
Damn. That's rough. Shots fired.
No, I don't give a fuck. You can't just fucking throw in goddamn superpowers. Like, your main character's supposed to be just like a normal everyday Joe that,
right.
Well, except for Chris Redfield because he's stronger than goddamn Goliath, but he's supposed to be just be an everyday person, like just a mortal that could at any time be bitten and turned into a zombie. Mm-hmm. But no, like, she gets infected with the fucking T-virus, and all of a sudden we've got an opposite Wesker, and she has the power to, like, explode zombie birds with her mind, and I'm just like, are you fucking shitting me right now? This is fucking garbage.
I've got to see these movies, man.
Like, the first one has no powers.
Right.
And it's probably the best of the series. Mm-hmm. And in the second one, she starts getting powers, and she's, like, not, like, to an extreme, though. She's just, like, running down a wall and then, like, fights the Nemesis, which I loved the makeup of the Nemesis, but fuck, did they fuck that guy up.
Did they really?
Oh, my God.
I love the Nemesis, though.
They fucked him. They fucked him hard.
Oh, damn.
And then by the third one, they just went balls to the walls with, like, her having superhuman abilities. Like, I'm talking straight up superhero. Mm-hmm. And there's a whole cloning program.
Right.
It's bullshit.
See, my aunt loves these movies.
Your aunt is stupid.
Never played the games. But loves these fucking movies.
That's the problem. Like,
the games ruin the movies and the movies ruin the games.
It's not even that. These are supposed to be based on the games. You have characters, and if you wanted to do like, oh yeah, this is a cool zombie series, and look at this action and cool stuff, everybody probably would have forgiven it and just chalked it up to W.S. Anderson just jacking off on screen. Cool. Have at it, buddy. But what you've got are memorable characters. You have the Nemesis, the Tyrant, the fucking Lickers. You've got Jill Valentine, Chris Redfield.
Oh, really?
As fucking side characters. And you're just like, what the fuck do I... Why? Who is Alice and why do I care? So,
Jesus.
But this new one is supposed to be revamped. None of the same characters. Alice was specifically created for that series.
See, my problem is I haven't had a single video game movie come out right.
Well, from the rumors I've heard about this one is it's supposed to be kind of more based off Resident Evil 7.
Okay.
Which I'm gold with.
Very fucking cabin in the woods kind of bullshit. Or...
Oh, yeah. Like,
yeah.
I'm like 100% on board for like, fucking horror monster family style fuck fest, just fucking do it that way. I'm good with it. But from it's kind of the shit that I was reading on this, they're not sure whether they're going to do this as a live action film or whether this is going to be a series.
See, I did like the Resident Evil CGI movies.
Well, yeah, because they're CGI movies based off of the fucking video game series,
right.
And they're goddamn gold.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. I don't know why they can't do video game movies always excel with CGI. I mean, look at Advent Children. Look at fucking the Resident Evil movies. But as soon as they throw...
What?
What?
Are you talking about the Resident Evil animated series?
Like the animated movies, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the CGI ones.
Okay. All right, just making sure, because I thought you were talking about fucking...
Mila Jovovich.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen those.
I was gonna slap you.
No, those ones go out gold. But as soon as you put a real person into the fucking mix... It just takes a shit on everything you love.
Oh, yeah. And that fucking happens a lot with, like, animated films, I've noticed. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm trying to think of which one. Like, if you look at DC, DC Universe.
Oh, DC. They do great with animation.
Like, how are your animated films shorter than your live-action movies and still goddamn gold? I'll tell you why. Because you don't focus on fucking, oh yeah, I gotta tell this person's backstory again and again and again and again and again and again and again. Like, there's no need for it.
No.
I still, like, to this day, I think one of the best examples of a great version of a fucking superhero movie that has multiple characters and gets a backstory out there is Watchmen.
Oh god, yeah, that was fan-fucking-tastic.
You have Rorschach, Dr. Manhattan, Comedian, not Scarlet Witch, I almost said Scarlet Witch.
Silk Spectre.
Silk Spectre, fuck, that's a lot of S's around here, folks. But yeah, Silk Spectre, Night Owl, you've got... I'm trying to think. Ozymandias. You got like that's 5 to 6 different heroes, and you get backstories on every single one. You get backstories on original Night Owl and the new Night Owl.
Yeah,
and it flows.
It does. And it was what I loved was I read the comic as a kid, so watching the movie, it is almost shot for shot the comic.
Yeah,
and it's beautiful. It's done amazingly well.
And what's great is, like, if they had continued on another Watchmen, I can't imagine it being anything but a fucking massive success. Because then you would have had, like, so much time for story. And, like, this story was fucking phenomenal as it was.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, if you cut out all of the backstory, you would have had, like, probably a solid hour-and-a-half movie. And it would have flowed with these superheroes, you know? But instead, you get an amazing, like,
backstory.
I think 2.5 to 3 hour movie, yes, but fucking just, you get everybody's backstory. It didn't feel like a fucking drag, and it was
everything
fun
Suicide
and exciting.
Squad wanted to be.
Very much ouch.
But yeah,
that's editing.
So yeah, this movie, I don't know anything about.
I will hang on. Sorry. I will recant one statement. It's not a perfect movie, just because, like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody fuck to Hallelujah, or made me want to get a flamethrower more for my orgasms.
All right, Elon Musk, let's get to an orgasm flamethrower.
$20. That's why he did it.
Right,
But
shit was gold though, dude. It was beautiful.
Oh my god. Anyways, no, like it was just, yeah, it's just a grind. The Resident Evil series is a grind by itself, man. Like, and hopefully, if they're gonna do this one, they're doing it based off Resident Evil 7, and they're gonna keep it good. They say it could be a series, they could be a movie. They're not 100% sure. I'd be okay if it was a series.
I'd be perfectly fine if it was a series,
as long as they just do it properly.
Yeah, don't put it on FX.
Maybe just do 30-minute shows, like do a 30-minute show series, 12 episodes, keep it anime style.
Netflix, pick this up.
Short, sweet, and simple. Something like that.
Right.
So
that's that, yeah.
I'm excited to see that. Hopefully it will be better.
I'm gonna walk into it with no predilections because, like I said, I don't know anything. So, other than the games. But yeah, so we'll see how that one goes. We'll keep you updated on that one for sure.
Oh yeah, but today we've got The Thing.
The Thing. Kurt Russell.
Fucking John Carpenter just at his goddamn greatest.
So this is like right before making Halloween.
Oh, was this?
Yeah, this was before Halloween. Yeah, so they made Halloween because he made The Thing, and they had heard about The Thing, and they were like, okay, I guess we can take this guy's word.
They were just not willing to give him the fucking money.
No, he said he could do it with the money that he could, and that's a big reason why they did it as well.
Oh, okay. No, like this is, I mean,
it's an amazing movie.
This is ridiculously good.
Oh yeah,
I have been a fan of practical effects forever, and I always, even if they are like shitty horror movies today where they're just like fucking laughably bad, I am still so open.
Know the series.
Yeah, no. I'm still so open for like movies that use practical effects. I will still applaud those movies for using practical effects. I hate nothing more than shit CGI. It takes me right out of a movie.
Like, I was really, really, really concerned when they said they were doing a new Mad Max movie. Because I was like, okay, Mad Max was known for its practical effects. That's what made it what it is.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, it is going to be 99% practical effects. And I was like, fuck yes.
and even the CGI effects they did with it, like,
were minimal.
Well, you say minimal. There was an entire thunderstorm. Like, there was the storm scene.
Yeah, that one.
But I still enjoyed it, though.
I enjoyed it.
Was done well enough that it wasn't like
it wasn't campy.
It wasn't
or anything.
crippling.
Yeah,
it was just supposed to be like this whole like operatic scene that was cool.
Yeah,
But no, this one is completely 100% straight across the board practical effects, real explosions. Real, like, monsters, real everything. I have a
question about this, because it seemed really vague to me. Because they start off with, it's playing imitation game, and it's imitating other people. And then it assimilates other people. I was thinking, is it like a parasite, or is it...
It's an alien. Like, literally,
I know it's an alien. Yeah.
And, like, what it does is...
It takes over the body?
So it first, it, like... kills the person and assimilates the body so that it then takes that person's life form over.
Right. Okay.
Which I think it can spread to being more than one person at a time.
Like when it takes over fucking Homeboy and reaches into his cheeks and shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it can either be more than one person at a time, or maybe they didn't get to that. I'm not sure.
We start off,
but we know that it can separate from itself.
Yeah.
So if the main body's in danger, it can just separate.
Because each part, like say it's like the arm or the head or the leg, it's its own living life form, just working together.
Yeah,
which is pretty fucking dope. I like that.
So the special effects in this movie were created by Rob Bottin, who was only 22.
No fucking way.
Yeah, a 22-year-old is doing this.
What the fuck am I doing with my life?
Smoking weed.
I bet he was too, motherfucker. This is the 60s.
He was smoking that good shit because he was on a different level.
Right? Like, I'm an artist, but god damn.
And, like, I can't imagine, like, being on set for this thing. By the way, guys, there's a shit gob ton of trivia.
Oh, yeah?
I'm probably not going to read all of it, but...
Right.
Because I'm sure some of it's fucking bullshit, but... like, but no. So, to give the illusion of... Because this takes place in Antarctica.
Yeah.
This is an Antarctic research center.
Mm-hmm.
To give the illusion of icy Antarctic conditions, interior sets on the Los Angeles sound stages were refrigerated to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, even though it was 100 degrees outside.
Oh, God. How many times did they get sick from going out into the heat and the cold?
Dude,
and the heat
I
and the
would
cold?
my body would be in a constant state of shock. Like,
yeah, I'd be shivering the whole fucking time, and I love the cold.
It was just ridiculous.
Like, I wouldn't say 40 is like that cold, but goddamn.
That's just above freezing, man.
Yeah, but when it's fucking 100 degrees outside and then you walk into that, good fucking Lord.
I'm waiting to, like, scroll down and read the fucking piece where it's just like, and there was a lot of people sick.
Right. Well, like, it looked to me when they showed the outward thing of, like, the whole, like, lab area, I was like, I looked at my brother because I was watching it with my brothers, and I was just like, is it just me, or does that look like the exact same location that they filmed for AVP? Man. Like, it looks exactly like the Alien vs. Predator, like, whaling area.
I don't think so, dude. Like, that's...
It just looks like it to me. I think it was just like a coincidental, like, image.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe.
Yeah.
But
we start off here with the Kurtz drinking and playing chess on his computer.
No, that's not how we start out. We start out with a dog.
Oh, yeah, the dog. The fucking dog. I actually wrote down for the dog, Husky Demogorgon.
Yeah, but you don't know that, right? At the
No, you
beginning.
don't.
Like 100%. This is.
But
like,
they're filming this dog so much that, like, even my brother was just like, what's up with the dog?
So my brother, or my wife, shut up. My wife, she didn't know what this was about.
Oh, man.
Which, by the way, if you guys can, pick a movie, tell your significant other, this is the movie we're watching. Don't let them find out dick about it. It enhances that experience 30-fold. Because she's, like, rooting for this dog right now.
Oh, God. I could see her doing that, too, and it's fucking hilarious to me. This dog's gonna be the hero.
No, it wasn't like this dog's gonna be the hero. It was just like, fuck these guys for trying to kill this goddamn dog. Those motherfuckers, like, these pieces of shit. And I'm just like, Jesus, baby, calm. You don't know. Like, I'm sitting there the whole time like, get his ass. You get his ass. He's the thing.
Get him. Well, it was just like, they keep filming this fucking dog. So many shots of this dog where you have to go, okay, the fuck's going on with the dog?
Yeah. But these Norwegian guys in a helicopter are chasing this husky that's running through the snow and shooting at it with a rifle very poorly. And throwing grenades at it very poorly.
Then they throw a thermite charge, which blows the fucker up.
Yeah. So, yeah, no, it was very, like, it was, like, the dog running through and then, like, just kind of holding up next to some of the guys at this main camp.
Yep.
Like, it was genius, like, just to be able to immediately be able to just, like, okay, no, this dog is fucked up, obviously, but, like, you can visibly see nothing wrong with the dog.
Yeah.
And it was just a good way to integrate this.
Mm-hmm.
So, because, like, I don't see them doing it any other way.
Mm-mm. No.
Besides, like, finding the alien craft themselves.
Yeah.
And
which they do.
Yeah, but I'm really glad that they didn't go that way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. Because it's just like, oh, the Swedes found it. They're Norwegian.
Yeah.
But yeah, they stumble upon what they were researching for because McCready, which is Kurt Russell's character, takes the helicopter up and goes over to the Norwegian camp where they find the burned remains of some thing. Which, oh my god. Like, I'm looking at these effects on this thing that they find where, like, the face is, like, coming forward halfway and all that stuff. And I'm like, bro, this is beautiful.
Well, you know what's funny? So, according to John Carpenter, this was his most... this is the movie that disappointed him the most in theater. Because it was a box office failure. And both critics and the audience panned its gory effects and bleak tone. He said, he was particularly upset when the original movie's director, Christian Nyby, publicly denounced Carpenter's version, saying, "If you want blood, go to the slaughterhouse. All in all, it's a terrific commercial for J&B Scotch." Wow,
that's fucked up.
And even the music was panned. Ennio Morricone's score for this film was nominated for a Razzie Award for worst score.
Damn. Holy dick. And this is a classic now.
Yeah, no, this is 100% like...
They were given this thing for gore?
Yep.
God, they must hate today's films.
I can't I can't imagine, like, because this thing is, I mean, it's fucking amazing. Like, I don't see it.
Right.
Like, for the 80s, I've seen some of the horror movies in the 80s. Like, this is, I don't see this being anything but a masterpiece.
This is tame compared to, like, what we consider gory nowadays.
I don't get it.
Me neither. That's fucking bizarre to me. Because this movie, like, to me, and in my mind at least, this is an absolute classic.
I can't say, like, much shit bad about this movie.
No. There's a couple of things to, like, nitpick on, but other than that, like, nothing really. They're saying that it's winter time in the Arctic, and yet they're still flying a fucking helicopter. No. You can't even do that in fucking Alaska. The fuel does freeze.
It depends on the time of year, though.
They said it was winter. They're waiting till spring.
Did they say it was winter?
They said they're waiting till spring to get a rescue team in. Yeah. So, like, that's a thing, and it's, like, it's unrealistic, but fuck it, it's a movie. Suspension of disbelief. Fucking go ahead.
Yeah, but, I mean, at the same time, like, I have seen helicopters in Antarctica, so, like...
I mean, they're there. You know, like, I don't know, like, it... My big... I jumped up because I went, like, you see everybody in the crew inside out of their gear and stuff, and I was like, motherfucking Keith David!
That's what got you.
Look how young he is! Like, I was losing my fucking mind because of Keith David, dude. Like... I love Keith David because, like, I grew up with him as the voice of Spawn in the animated series because Spawn is, like, my fucking favorite. I played the fucking Saints Row game, so Saints Row 4 had Keith David in it. Fucking, like, I love Keith David. 24, he was the president. Like, I fucking love Keith David. Like,
so, McCready, that's not Keith David. McCready is played by Kurt Russell.
Keith David plays Childs.
Yeah, Childs. Young Childs.
Yeah, goddamn, yeah.
Fuck, man, he's young.
He is young. They both are, dude. I'm sitting there like, fuck.
And no facial hair, which threw me for a loop.
Yeah, that took me off guard a little bit. That's why it took me a second to realize that it was him.
Kurt Russell was supposed to be is cast as McCready in this. The role was offered to Nick Nolte, Jeff Bridges.
Okay.
The script was written for Harrison Ford and Clint Eastwood.
I could see Harrison Ford playing it. Not so much Clint Eastwood. I want the flamethrower.
I want to see Clint Eastwood do this shit. This would be fucking great. I want it so fucking bad. That'd be so goddamn good.
He's got a green helicopter that he takes care of all the time.
Now, nowadays, this movie would probably get hit for the fact that there are no females.
Oh, fucking no.
I can totally see this movie getting panned.
I am really mad with that whole movement right now because of Lost Boys. Okay, I'm going to do a second upcoming real quick for you guys.
Okay.
Lost Boys is getting a reboot. All girls. Still called Lost Boys.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. You know, because Ghostbusters went so fucking well. Might as well do.
Yeah, but that's
Lost
not
Boys.
That's not like Ghost Boysters.
Yeah, right, yeah. All right, yeah. No, because Lost Boys is just the name of the movie. It has nothing to do with the movie. Except for they're all lost boys. They're on the back of milk cartons. Like, yeah, no. And it's an all-girl cast, which, god damn it, don't.
So they're still going to call it Lost Boys?
Mm-hmm.
Not Lost Girls?
Mm-mm.
Wait. Huh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Lost People?
Lost Z's.
Lost Folks?
Lost social justice warriors. We're not getting into that.
Lost Chromosomes?
Oh.
Because it's either X or Y.
No,
so
I know.
Now this is something else. So the dog that starts taking over the...
it's the first one to change.
Yeah, it's obviously the first one to change, and it attacks the rest of the dogs.
Which, that was a weird fucking scene, because I was just like, oh no, this is where it's going to happen, because he locks him in and he just lays right down in the middle, staring at the wall, and you're like, alright, fuck it.
The tentacles that Clark sees in the dog's cage are actually whips.
Really? I thought they were fucking Twizzlers.
No, they're whips being maneuvered by the special effects guy. The 22-year-old fucking boy genius.
That's so fucking great to me. Because they look like fucking Twizzlers, don't they? Like fucking like red licorice just whipping around.
I guess. But, yeah, no, I thought that was pretty cool. Like,
that's pretty great. I like that.
But no, I was saying that about nowadays, because this is an all-male cast.
Yeah.
There was supposed to be a female on set, but she was pregnant, and this forced her to leave the shoot.
Damn. It would have been nice to see a girl in this, but like, you got to think about this. This is the Arctic in the 60s. These are all dude scientists bound together. They're not going to throw a girl into that fucking mix.
They would.
You think they would?
Yeah.
They would now, I think. I don't think in the 60s they would have.
I think they would have. I think, because you're talking about the Antarctic, so you're like, just get whoever you can up there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they'd take whoever they can get.
Yeah, and then you've got the dudes up there that are like, I'll take whatever I can get.
But I think what happened was, if you would have done this for like the 60s, I think you would have had a lot more misogynistic lines.
Oh, yeah.
And,
without a doubt.
You know, maybe she would have ended up being like the cook or a maid
or the first one dead.
Something like that. Or it would have had a lot more, you know.
Hey, this one breaks the trope of black people die first.
Yeah, it does.
It does. They're like the 3 last living people are black in this. Like,
I'm
2 out of the 3 anyway.
I'm proud. Proud of you, movie.
Right? Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Barriers. I loved it so much. This movie's fucking great.
It really fucking is, dude. But that husky, like, its head splits the fuck open like a Demogorgon in fucking Stranger Things. So I just wrote that shit down.
No, it was great. Like, it just I can't fucking praise the effects of this movie enough.
The only thing that I can't praise, but I understand for the time that it was made, is I literally looked at my friends like, yo, look at that dope ass blue screen. The painted in backgrounds of what they're looking at and everything. Oh,
it's the times, man.
Which I get it, but I was like, dude, that is some A-class shit right there.
Jesus Christ, you jackass. So, yeah, one of the one of my favorite scenes. There's two like iconic scenes, and they kind of mix together, really. One of them is the doctor trying to restart the guy's heart. Come on. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, yeah, okay.
He's got the paddles.
Yep.
And he goes to start his heart and clear, and rubs it again. Clear, and like his fucking stomach opens up with teeth and clamps on his arms.
Holy shit.
And eats his fucking arms off. Yeah. And I was just like, damn, son.
Right? I was thinking, when I first saw like when he opened it up, I was like, oh fuck, it's Gluttony. Fucking Full Metal Alchemist.
So, yeah, it was. Yeah, he and then like that was the only kind of like you kind of knew something was up a little bit because he was starting to have like heart problems out of nowhere.
Yeah,
and then he just collapsed. And then they put him on the table and they started doing the paddles on him,
yeah.
And immediately his stomach opens up, eats his fucking arms, and then like.
That shit was badass, dude.
And then the second scene is when he lights him on fire. That same guy gets lit on fire by McCready.
Yeah.
And the head tearing away from the body.
Oh, it was so great.
And, like literally tearing itself off of the body. I was just about to say that was
my favorite scene is when it tears off the body and I'm like, ooh. And then it like grows spider legs and is crawling around and shit.
Yeah.
Holy fuck yeah, dude.
That's fucking such a good scene, dude.
I want to meet this, like I want to go back in time, meet this 22-year-old and see what the fuck his brain works. Like,
you probably don't have to go back in time. I'm guessing he's still alive.
Well, I'm sure he's still alive. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah, I just... Man, dude, I can't get enough of this fucking...
This movie's badass, dude. And, like... So, the last scene... Like, the last monster that you see when, like... Fucking the dog head rips out and you see the human head on top and shit like that. I later wrote down Flesh Voltron. Jesus Christ, dude. Because it's all of them, like, fucking, like, combined together to make this giant fucking thing. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Like, and then you find out Blair has been one, like, the whole fucking time. Except for when he did his freak out. Not when he did his freak out.
Yeah, no, he was
still him at that point.
Maybe.
It might have been just fucking with him. You never know. That's the thing about this movie, is it ingrains in you, like, who the fuck could it be?
Yeah, no, like, you can't trust anybody. Like, and that's the thing, because with the doc, he... Was he a doctor? Or was he just a
scientist? Blair was like a scientist.
Blair was more of a scientist. Okay. So, Blair, he just loses his shit. And
he starts shooting anybody that comes near him. He's taking an axe to everything.
But he was taking an axe to like all of the controls and the communications, which makes you think like. But he's sitting there saying, "We can't let this thing get out. We can't ever go back. You know, there's no trusting anybody. Like this thing's gotta die here." So like that's why he was doing that. But I mean, like it's.
This thing also wanted to freeze itself back up.
Exactly, because if he freezes up, somebody else will just find him and release him later on down the road.
Yeah.
But like, it's just like, how do you know? 100%. How do you know?
Yeah. And so they found out this blood serum test, but all the blood's gone.
So they found this out because of the doc. They lit the guy on fire and the head separated from the body. So they know like this thing hates fire.
Yeah, and this is okay. So I've watched some of I love to watch Mojo and their top 10 lists, and one of them was like the smartest things that people have done in movies, smartest tactics or whatever, and this was actually in there because it is, if you think about it, incredibly fucking smart. Because he finds out that each part of this is a different living being that's going to protect itself. So, of course, if you take the blood is going to protect itself.
Yep.
And so he takes this fucking wire and puts it in front of the flamethrower to warm it up and puts it in each person's blood to figure out if it'll attack. And it works. It fucking works.
Oh, yeah. And it really, like, it's both a massively effective scene, like, one of the best jump scares ever.
Oh yeah, and it's a tension building scene too.
Like that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
is like such a great tension building scene.
It puts you on the edge of your seat. Like, which one is it going to be?
Well, you don't even know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, that too.
Because like this whole thing could just be a waste of fucking time. And then all of a sudden it's just. One of them jumps up and then starts like just convulsing.
Yeah, he's just sitting in his chair shaking, and you're like, "Oh fuck, Palmer!"
So, it was just great. It's like such a fucking massive, just. You're like on the edge because the whole time you're thinking maybe it's McCready
because his clothes were ripped through and everything like that out in the snow.
Because somebody was setting him up. And it's just such a good goddamn scene.
This is such a good goddamn movie, dude. Like, we've got the heat blood test, which was amazing.
It makes you question everything. And
then he's just like, fuck this. None of us are getting out of here alive. We might as well stop this thing.
Yeah. So, like, by the end of the movie, like, so many people fucking just died. You know, mutilated bodies and, you know.
It's sad. Like, it's really sad if you think about it. They've been up here for how long? And these are, like, the only people that they've had for each other. Now, all of them are dying. You can't trust any of them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, dude, that will fuck you up mentally. Like,
I still like the chief, the captain.
Oh, the cop guy.
Yeah, it's so like they have him like he's just kind of chilling for a while, and then like the guy, fucking Blair.
Yeah,
who is kind of now I wouldn't say the main villain,
but he is a thing.
But he's one of the things. He like dips up behind the cop and just grabs him by the face right over the mouth.
I love the effects.
And then just like his fucking fingers sink into his skin on his face and just meld.
Yeah, because it's not bloody. It's just like he's literally forming into him.
Yeah.
And then like he's dragging him away and his whole arm is like his face stretched out. And oh god, it's so badass.
Such a good fucking shot, dude. I love it. But
I didn't like seeing the last dog dead, though. From Blair's freak out. He put an axe in that dog's neck.
But, I mean, at the same time, like, it had to be done.
Yeah.
Because, like, it's either... Like, and that just added more confusion as to, like...
Who it could be.
Not just who it could be, but, like... What... Like, is Blair doing this... as a way of keeping everybody still, or is he doing this as a way of just because he wants to keep everybody safe?
Well, it would make sense to keep him safe because he doesn't know if that last dog might be one of them.
Not only that, but it gives him less people to infect.
Yeah,
like a dog is more hard to keep track of.
Yeah,
so
it's bizarre, man.
But yeah, and after they decide to kind of destroy the whole camp, they they just go through with fucking like Molotov cocktails.
Yep.
And start hucking them in rooms and just blowing up the entire fucking base.
Dude, I love the amount of flamethrower action in this goddamn movie because, yes, there is a lot of flamethrower in this. Oh, yeah. There's a lot of torches, road torches in this. But it's not done to the point of, oh my god, stop using that. It's done tastefully and done in a useful fucking way that you're not like, oh my god, another fucking flamethrower. Like, you're just like, oh cool, he grabbed another flamethrower. Like, good on him. Like,
okay, so this was a weird one. So the autopsy scene where because they went before to the Norwegian camp to check everything out, and they find this like split face, like where the one you were talking about earlier, where the face was protruding forward.
I love the artwork in that one.
So they were doing the autopsy in that, and the sound effects were accomplished with paper towels soaked in egg yolk. That's just to get the sound.
That squishing.
Yeah.
And that shit looked like Jello too, dude. Like,
oh no, that's
the blood in here was totally like corn syrup. Like,
I couldn't imagine. By the way, I gotta say this real quick. Blair was Wilford Brimley.
Was what?
Blair was Wilford Brimley. Just for people that don't know, Blair was Wilford Brimley.
Yeah.
Diabetus.
This
is pre-mustache, so I didn't recognize
it. I didn't know. Like, I straight up didn't know. That's crazy.
Yeah, they were just like diabetes.
Diabetes.
No, I can't watch it without diabetes. Put him in that shed and done got stuff for his diabetes.
Oh
it's
my
sad
god,
that's what this guy is known for now. I feel bad.
Dude, I get, like, even my girl was just like, I can't look at Kurt Russell without thinking Ego now. And I'm like, yeah, I get that, but I can't watch a Kurt Russell movie and not think fucking either Snake or Wyatt Earp.
Yeah, what you just said, Ego.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one.
My girl said Ego.
Oh, okay.
I can't watch him without thinking one of those two.
Snake Plissken.
Oh, man. We'll definitely have to do those movies.
Those aren't horror.
They're technically in the horror genre.
They are not horror.
You don't think so?
No. Those are not horror movies.
They're action movies.
They're 1,000% action movies.
Well, yeah, they're the precursors to Metal Gear.
Come the fuck at me. At my twiddle hanger, like, just fucking, that's what it is. It's off.
Actually,
I'm actually all the fuck you want. Put my foot down your throat. I'm actually my foot in your ass.
Damn, motherfucker.
What?
Asshole.
Care.
Okay.
No, I just the ending to this movie. I didn't. How did that thing get so big?
I don't know. Well, it's Voltron. It's like all of them together. Because it had like the husky dog
can it
parts.
Just like change at will?
I think it can combine with itself.
But all those parts were destroyed.
Well, remember, they had been burned before, and yet they still had living tissue inside them. So it seems like it really just kind of like slows them down unless you get all of them. Like McCready, like burning one, and then once it got out there, he threw a fucking dynamite stick at it, and it blew up. And then you don't hear from that one again.
Yeah.
And that's what they did. They blew up this whole fucking place to end it.
I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like I think I would have liked it more if it could just change.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's not really explained, so that could be it.
Yeah. That's true.
But, I mean, I think it would have been really cool if it was just like, there was 2 McCready's now. Just like, what the fuck? Double your Kurt Russell pleasure.
And then, like, it ends off with them, like Kurt Russell's just chilling there with his whiskey, looking out the snow like he knows he's going to die.
Yeah, so, like, the entire base is burnt down.
Yeah.
And it was, like, Kurt Russell's, like, the last survivor, and he's laying in the snow, and then Childs comes up.
Yeah.
Childs has been kind of, like, MIA for a while.
Yeah, and he's like, where the fuck were you, Childs?
Yeah, he's like, where you been, Childs? And Childs also doesn't know where Kurt Russell's been.
Yeah.
So now it's this, like, huge standoff.
And he's like, if we had anything for each other, we would have already fucking used it, so... Like...
But it was just, like... They're just like, well, why don't we just sit here for a while? And it makes you wonder, because now, at this point, you know that the thing just wants to be frozen again.
Yeah.
So it makes you sit here and think, like, okay... Is one of them the thing?
Right.
Is neither of them the thing? Like, it's like the most distrust, because, like...
Oh, yeah.
And these two have been, like, button heads the entire movie already.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
But it's like, so you're sitting there wondering the whole time, like, if one of them is the thing now, and they're just like, I'm just going to just sit back and let this happen.
Yeah.
Or... maybe both of them's the thing.
Oh, no, dude. It's interesting for sure. This is a fucking crazy movie.
Like, the ending to this movie can easily be, like...
It could go any way. It really could.
Yeah, 100% any way. And it can easily leave it open for a fucking sequel, too.
It could.
Because it literally just ends on them sitting in the snow with the fire burning behind them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Such a classic fucking movie. And it has been remade.
So it was a prequel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, the remake was a prequel that was based. It was based at the Norwegian camp.
That's right. I didn't like it. Yeah. I didn't really care for it. It wasn't very, practical. It was. I didn't care for it.
Here's an interesting bit. Like, so if I just realized, well, damn, that fucking sucks. So the Norwegians at the beginning of the movie that land, so they were chasing the dog the whole time, shooting at it, and they land, and then they get out and they start shooting at the dog and trying to kill it, and then the rest of the camp comes out to protect the dog a little bit, and the Norwegians are saying something in Norwegian, but they don't give any subtitles to it.
Yeah.
I feel bad for anybody that knew Norwegian and watched this movie, because they just spoiled it.
Did it really?
Yeah, because the translation to what he said was, "Get the hell out of there. That's not a dog. It's some sort of thing. It's imitating a dog. It isn't real. Get away, you idiots."
That's fucking great.
Norwegian got this shit spoiled. Fucking nobody in
Hope you don't live in Norway and watch this fucking movie, guys.
Nobody in Norway was just... Everybody in Norway just watched this movie just like, yeah, all right. Oh.
That explains why there's so many pissed off Norwegians, dude. Like,
maybe they switched it to French in Norway.
Maybe they switched it to English in Norway.
Yeah, maybe.
And that's why Walk in Air.
This is a good one. Here's another bit. Kurt Russell was almost injured in the scene where he blows up the alien Palmer with a stick of dynamite. Apparently, he had no idea exactly how big of an explosion it would produce, and the reaction that he has in the movie is genuine.
Oh, shit. We're just like, that fuck.
Oh, dude. So good.
That's fucking fantastic. That's so great.
Oh, what?
Because this is like fresh out of film school, John Carpenter, too. Like, that I love.
Hold on. Oh, no. No, it's ruined for me now.
What? What, buddy?
Apparently there was a video game.
What?
There was the Thing video game, apparently. I didn't know this.
I didn't either.
And apparently there's a video game tie-in, and it is revealed that McCready survives and is picked up by a search and rescue team while Childs freezes to death.
Jesus.
John Carpenter has stated that the game is canon.
Damn. So at least we know what happens. Like, unless McCready is the thing.
I think McCready's the thing.
Or maybe McCready leaves and becomes Snake.
Or maybe Childs is the thing where he... Oh, fuck, I'm going to have to play the game.
We got to play the game now, guys. God. Well, that's that for this episode.
I'm just so...
You're so bummed out right now.
I am. Like, I really liked the fucking ambiguity of that one.
No more ambiguity for you. Now you're going to have to watch this movie from now on and live with that knowledge. I'm
so sad. I'm still looking at little bits here. Hang on. Give me just like a minute because I'm reading some interesting shot.
What happened to your little fucking...
I think he just fell over.
Oh, did he?
I see him. Shot.
Come back, Jason.
So there was an alternative ending that was shot showing McCready rescued and having taken a blood test proving he was human. Mm-hmm. This was done as precaution and never used even for test screenings, and it was not part of John Carpenter's original vision for the film. Why did you shoot that then?
Right, yeah. What? Just for test screening?
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck?
In the shot of McCready holding the dish of Palmer's blood right before he tests it, where it freaks out, the hand that holds the dish is fake. Why? Why?
That's fucking great. Just so that he doesn't burn himself, maybe?
But he didn't. He used his real hand for the rest of them. Maybe because it was like a volatile reaction. Ooh, or maybe the hand like helped with the explosion of the thing.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ooh, fan theories. Oh my god, I'm stupid. It's just a fucking great movie, guys.
Yeah, check it out. Fuck yeah, check it out. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10. You fucking your rate is too low, sir.
I can only go 10.
It's 30 out of 10 would recommend.
No, that would be Halloween.
Watch the movie, you bitches.
John Carpenter doesn't make bad movies. Watch this movie. What?
Oh, hang on now the gauntlet has been thrown.
Oh god, here we go.
I'm gonna Google John Carpenter live in media res. My favorite part of the
challenge me.
My favorite part of the show where we Google shit
to prove Sick wrong.
Oh, fellas, here we go. Because I am seeing some rough stuff right now.
We're at about 8 minutes left here, buddy.
I do not care. We will go over if we have to. The gauntlet, sir,
has been thrown.
So,
okay. Directing?
I will double check.
Yeah, you gotta make sure he's directing.
Because he's only a filmmaker, dude.
I'm sure he's done cameos and shit.
Probably, but anyway. Let's see here. These ones are good because there's Halloween, The Thing, They Live, Escape from New York, The Fog, Big Trouble in Little China, Christine, Assault on Precinct 13, Escape from LA. Oh, buddy.
Fuck.
Ghosts of Mars.
Don't.
Yeah.
We don't speak about that movie.
Oh, but we just have to now. Because there the fuck it is.
Fuck.
John Carpenter doesn't make bad movies, though, I thought you said.
I feel like he just directed that one for a paycheck.
But I thought he doesn't make bad movies.
He didn't make that movie, he just directed it.
Doesn't make bad movies.
I guarantee you he did not write that fucking movie, though.
Oh, let's
Look at his writing credits.
Let's click on it here, and we will take us a little gander. Holy shit, Jason Statham was in that bitch?
You didn't know Jason Statham was a...
You know how long it's been since I've watched that fucking movie?
Well, then we'll have to watch it, won't we?
Director, John Carpenter.
Uh-huh.
Screenplay, John Carpenter.
Fuck. God damn it, John. Damn it,
John. Being right feels good.
I wouldn't know.
I would like to end the movie on that note.
Alright, guys, as always, I'm Sick.
And I'm Twisted.
And this is Sik and Twisted Horrorcast. Have a killer week.